Yeah. Where's the mirror?
You say where's the mirror?
No, but that makes it look like you don't have friends.
Yep.
That's what that looks like. When you take a mirror selfie, it makes it look like you don't have friends.
Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so my name is Sean. I'm going to do the training for you guys and everyone else. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the equipment we have on you. So the first thing we have is your backup device, your ASAP lock. So this little button right here, if you lock it, it's not going to go anywhere. So to open the device, you take both these black handles, you're going to lift up, and you're going to pull out. And then to put on the rope on the device, it has a little up symbol.
Oh, okay.
And then goes on the rope, just close it. When that little lock button is enabled, it ain't going to go anywhere. So if you unlock the button, it can move. And like a seatbelt, if you go being Spider-Man, jumping off or going too fast, it's gonna lock up. So if it locks up, all we're gonna do is put both hands to the side. So that lets us know that you're locked up. If you do one hand, the wave, we're gonna wave right back. We think you're having fun. So we need both hands to the side. That lets us know that your hands are off the device. Then what we're gonna do, once it locks up, is we're going to come over the radio, talk to you, let you know, hey, it looks like you guys are locked up. So once that happens, we're going to lower down some of the orange rope. Then once that happens, all you're going to do is take your left hand, hold onto the rope to pull it down, take your right hand onto the device, and just lift up, and then back down. It's unlocked. Then all you do at that point is just tap your helmet. That lets you know that you're okay. Any questions on the backup device?
Yeah, will you do that all again?
Yep.
I'm with you. Thank
That's
you.
fair.
I need to write it down.
So to open it up, grab these two black tabs, just lift up, and then pull away. And then on it,
I'm not seeing.
and then on the device, there is a up symbol. And then you just put it onto the rope, and then close these two hands. Just watch your finger because they're sharp, and that will pinch you. Then it's good to go. So,
One question.
Yep.
They can break this free without, you're not doing any kind of a load transfer.
so when you're going down initially, all your weight is going to be on this blue rope.
Okay. So yep, I'm good.
And this is going to be free.
Yep.
As soon as this locks up on you, all your weight is going to be on this, and there's going to be no weight on here.
So you're gonna transfer the load back onto the blue line so that they can break.
Correct. So when we release this, your weight's going back on the blue rope, and all the tension's off of the orange rope. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I don't think I got that part. So when it's like that,
Yep.
then what are you doing?
So once it's like that, see how the symbol? It's going to go on the rope like this. The rope is going up. So once I'm done explaining all the equipment, I'm going to have each one of you try this to actually test it out.
Then it
So that
makes
was the
sense.
load position, and now you're in the actual descending.
So this is the only thing you do once, just
Correct.
to get
To
loaded
get it on the rope.
Yeah, so we're
Okay,
going
then I don't have to worry about that part anymore.
Correct. Then it'll snap back. It'll be on the rope.
Okay.
So when the only person you bring up, not touch it, is when you're loading somebody on the rope, or if you're going down and it locks up. Otherwise, you really don't have to worry about it. It's like a seatbelt. So the next one we have is your main device.
Excuse me. How much of this are we doing for the people, and how much are they doing on their own?
So the only thing you're going to be doing is hooking this up to the rope,
Okay.
hooking this up to the rope,
Okay.
and the rest they do themselves.
Okay.
And then you're performing someone else.
Yep, so one of us in the white helmet, either Tom, Garo if he's up here, or myself, we'll come over, we'll check over all the ropes and everything else, and then we'll remove the tether. So they walk up, they attach their tether to them, then we attach to the equipment, we do a final safety check, then we can remove the tether.
We're just playing. Well, I'm just playing.
Alright, so next one we have our main device. Like a gas pedal on a car. Pull back towards you, and you go down. At any point, if you let go of this handle at any point in time, you're gonna stop. So when it's up like it's top, anywhere here, it's still stop, but you can actually float the rope into it. When it's all the way closed down, it's in the lock position, so it actually pinches the rope. So there's no way for the rope to actually go through whatsoever. And then, so to close it, you have your orange rope, which is your backup line. Then you have a blue rope and a yellow rope. Yeah. So to open the cover, all you're gonna do is push your carabiner forward a little bit. To push this handle. So it's out of so you open the device, then you move it back, the carabiner back a little bit, and the cover opens up.
It's also heavy. That's why we don't use it.
I see.
Oh, I missed the
Not intuitive.
No, you don't.
No.
Follow the path.
So then, to close it, all you do, close it down until it locks closed.
Alright, I don't.
Instructions on that?
Because I don't know what the difference is.
So once you sit on the rope, you'll actually see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because as soon as you
Upside
get
down.
into the rope, all the tension, this is not going to
Yeah, I had to flip it around too.
on it. You have to actually pull back.
So we'll be pulling back. Oh, you don't need to be pulling back this
Good?
way. Yeah. You can't like that.
Correct. So it'll be like this.
Yeah.
I
Like
just
this.
spins around.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's
That's your you have to go down.
So okay. Down.
Yeah.
And then when you want to
I thought he said the black
You can
side was
either
supposed to be
pull it back
out
up
and
like
then it
this,
was
or
making it.
let go.
Yeah, I thought that was confusing too.
Or just stop.
Well, no.
hold it like that to go down.
Correct. The only way you're going to go down is by physically pulling the handle back.
But then you can just
No.
let go and it
Yep.
And this part here does what?
So to open it up, you just push it forward a little bit so it opens clear that.
Now you're in your
Now push this handle open up like that. Then you can
No,
lift
it's
it
like
a
it's
little
on
bit,
my
then you open up.
That will get the rope.
I think it's with the yoke though.
Feed the rope through here. Okay, so this part right here.
Correct.
This is once you're moving.
Yep.
And this is only once you're moving.
Yep, this is only like a seatbelt. The only time you have to use this if you're going too fast or anything like that.
That goes up. So, but if you were to go too fast, you just let go.
But if that rope comes tight,
Yes, but if you go too fast,
Ding this.
this will start coming and it'll stop you. It's like a speed brake.
it's a little different. The green doesn't have teeth.
Nothing. It has
same way.
it's
It
automatic.
pinches.
It's just automatic. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it.
Hands free out of the way.
Once you're loaded in, you don't have to do that.
Yep. Once you load it in,
I'm still using a figure of 8.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the figure of 8 except that it kinks the hell out of the rope.
Yeah.
That's the only downside of the figure of 8.
I've been putting off buying a pencil.
Hey Sean, quick
That's
question.
right.
So when you got
There's
that
so
open,
many now.
what I know there's
Yeah.
some
I carry
illustrations
3
on
or
here, but
4.
Do you really?
what directions it's
Yeah,
going.
still recovering from guiding and having devices all over and stuff. But,
Sure.
but there's some really cool ones now. Like there's some newer versions of the Reverso, which you can actually hang from the anchor, so you can do like simul belay. So you can have 2 people climbing at the same time and it auto. There's so many different.
Wow.
so see,
Petzl
load it into the device.
is the company.
No hands, not going anywhere. Push it forward, still not going to go anywhere.
When we used to sell climbing gear at Dean's before they decided that it was the liability was too great, the pencil people would come and go through all that stuff with us.
Yeah.
So push it forward.
Down towards your head.
The rope is completely pinched, and there's no way you can't lift it up, you can't move it at all. But when you're in this position, you can actually take the rope and tighten it up. It still locks.
Okay.
So like when you look on the wall, you're gonna pull the slack, out of it, and it pulls it nice and tight. And then to open it up, to go, pull the handle.
So you always want to pull it up before you start going again?
Not when you're going again, because there's going to be so much tension on this that you can't physically lift this up.
You just take the slack out so
But when
that when
you're-
you go over the edge,
So like when you
You don't draw.
Because when you load them up, they're going to be like this. There's going to be no tension.
Okay.
You have to take it and kind of pull it up.
Okay.
Make them nice and tight. All right. Any questions on this?
I think they'll get answered when I'm on the rope.
Yeah. If you get on the rope, it'll kind of make more sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Then what, the last thing is when somebody comes to the bottom, the rope's going to be very tight. When you're at the bottom and you have all the tension, it's going to keep on snapping. Because there's too much pressure on it, force. So to overcome that, you can take this little button here, press it in, we're at the bottom, and then you can physically pull it down. But when they're going down, they're not going to use it. But when you're trying to unload them at the bottom, you can press that button to help you assist pulling that tension out of the device. Lower the rope down. All right. Anything else? No? All right.
Let's do it. Sorry.
Almost. Almost there. All right. The last thing you have is a carabiner on your side. All that does is a guide to where you want your hand to be. So you're gonna hold the rope as you're going down. Your hand's gonna go underneath it, underneath the carabiner, and you're gonna hold onto the rope, a nice loose grip. And then your left hand's gonna have the handle. You're gonna pull back and just go down, walk down nice and easy. Yeah, it's just gonna go through, and that's plug it in, and then just forget about it. Your guide for your hand should be below that. All right. Anything else so far we have?
You are hooking it into it,
Yeah,
right?
you're gonna actually hook it through.
You didn't do it, so that's why I wanted to make sure I got it right.
Yep, I have so many. All right. All right, let's see. So, so the first thing I do when somebody walks up, goes through training, or the walls, when explain the thing like we guys did to you, we're gonna do a little bit more. This is that, is that. Not go into very much detail because they're not gonna really remember it at all or really care. They care about how to use it and what happens. The first thing I do is you're always gonna load up your backup first. The backup's always gonna be orange. So you're gonna, again, pull the two tabs, open it up, load it into the rope. It closes. So that when you're in the wall, it goes to the side, forget about it. And you're gonna take your main rope.
Are you supposed to activate the lock button on?
Nope, because if you activate it, they try to repel,
Got it.
they're not gonna go anywhere.
Perfect.
They're gonna be very confused and they're not gonna have a fun ride.
Got it.
If you ever see that lock when somebody's loading somebody up, just come on that button for them. Alright. And then you're gonna come here. Press the button, move the carabiner forward, press the button, slide the carabiner back, and then the cover opens up. Then you grab the rope, you go in through the bottom, around, up to the top. Then you're gonna close the cover. They're gonna have then someone's gonna come over, you're gonna check the buckles, make sure everything's good. Then they're gonna come on the ladder.
The other side too. Just give it. Alright, you see, come in the bottom.
Yeah, so this bottom here, they're gonna come around.
Okay, so this is gonna be going where? To the boot?
For the anchor.
So, see how we have top of the rope
Okay.
coming down and to the bottom. Okay, here. Then they come around. Yep. So if you try to load the rope with this handle closed, you're not going to be able to do it. There's no physical way. You have to actually take the handle and move it forward.
Okay.
Then you gotta pull the slack out of it. Then you're gonna come around the side. Hold on, I'll do it. Then you're gonna go inside the carabiner. After that, you come through. Then they sit down on the wall. And there's like a little wall here. So then once you're there, grab the handle, you rope on your side here, and then you pull it out nice and easy. And then you walk down. So then when you're down, we'll have to take a picture, you know, look at the camera, you know, whole 9 yards. All right. So with that done, before I have you try this, any questions at all yet?
Does anybody ever pee while they're going down? No? See, you're fine.
I don't know.
No, I'm worried about it too. Yeah. I mean, actually.
It's a very small chance that people back out. If we get somebody on the wall, they're going to go down.
Yeah.
9 out of 10
Well,
chance.
that's the hardest part. Tower of Terror, the hardest part is going into the thing.
The hardest part is getting going over the edge.
That's the hardest part. Once you get
hardest part for me is
once you go over the edge.
All right, so
Well, it's still hard,
repel it.
but you're already there, so what are you gonna do?
Might as well keep going.
all right, so who wants to try it first?
Me.
All right, come on up.
Well, I'm not on the wall
It
yet.
didn't take long.
So you always make sure that, so whenever you unload it, you always make sure it's closed. And then also, this cover is always closed. So if you ever like
So weird
leave
that
it open,
these
you get
guys just
caught,
walk
it's
all
gonna
over
bend
the
it.
ropes. I can't get
No
used
matter
to
what.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't get used to that. That freaks me
But
out.
it's not dynamic rope, right?
It's not. So it doesn't matter, but it
Yeah.
still freaks me out.
Yeah, I know.
It's too ingrained in my head.
I know, me
I
too.
can't take it. I'm like, why is he standing on a rope?
Yeah. Yep. So put your fingers and close it.
Okay, so I'm not.
And you want to make sure that.
Well, you are, but
Yep.
different
So
story.
now test it.
That's right.
Everybody, but
Go ahead and take it.
do we have another one that was
Right.
No, those are all active.
So,
Active
so it locks
anchors.
up. What are you gonna do? First, before you do that.
I already messed it up.
Okay. So you locked up.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So what do I do now?
Both hands to the side. There we go. So now we're gonna lower some rope down. Now what do? You just hit it.
I'm sorry.
You just hit it.
Bring it up?
Yep. That's it. So now once you do that, you just